So this is on the tail end of the last dive episode. Um, I actually forgot an article. So here we go.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Okay, welcome back. So I actually forgot two articles. I ran a little long on that last show, but it was another instance of two news articles. One contradicts the other. One being based off of bad science, and the other one being based off of legitimate science or research, meaning it's larger sample size based off of government population data. So the article in question, and this is on the tail end of the propaganda episode I had earlier on the dive. So here we go. So this article tries to say half of women earn as much as their husbands. Once again, pushing that narrative that women are out here killing it. Women are out here getting it. They proved themselves right. Hey, look at, well, that's partially true. They're killing it compared to the women that didn't work before them, meaning the women that instead chose to get married and have families, but they're not killing it based off of like compared to men, but that's what this article would like you to think. So once again, like I said in the prior, let's dive into it. I'm not going to watch the video. Don't really care for it. This article is courtesy of Fox Business, so Fox News. There we go. Nearly half of women now earn as much of or more than their partners, according to a new survey from TD Ameritrade. And notice keywords here that stand out. New survey. Sorry for the I had an upper respiratory thing that I'm getting over. Not cocoa, not the cocoa, but it is an upper respiratory courtesy of my daughter. Thank you very much, Boo Boo. I love you very much. And she loved me so much she gave me a URI. How about that? Now, nearly half of women now earn as much or more than their partners, meaning whomever they're with. Oh no, what does this mean? Does does this mean they're catching up? Women, they proved us wrong. They outcompeted us. No, nothing's changed. It's just bad research. Let's dive into it a little more. 21% of women surveyed said they make more than their partners, and 26% said they made the same amount. Jobs putting women in workplace in record numbers. I think that's a link to another article. Of course, one propaganda thing but leads to another. Of course, they want you thinking ladies is out here winning because they have to push that narrative to keep women doing what they're doing, which is, hey, forego marriage, forego trying to be a housewife in your young age. Get out there, sample, party in your 20s, get your degrees and everything, getting that student loan debt that y'all like so much with the worthless disease. I mean, with the worthless degrees, it might as well be a disease, a degree disease. With the worthless the degree disease infecting your minds because you just that degree just means so much to you and you're only, making 40, 50, maxing out around 80K a year with whatever degree path you go with. Okay, let's continue on. The survey also found that millennials are most likely to say that making more money than a spouse had negative effects on the relationship. It's really, that's interesting. That is very interesting. TD Ameritrade survey comes across as women have been outpacing men educationally and topping them in income over the last decade. Oh no. Oh no. Yo, women are out here killing it, man. Like real talk. Hey, dudes, y'all haven't been doing enough. I mean, this article is definitely like it's. I mean, hey, it's based off that TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade's a name you trust, right? I mean, it's a new survey, man. Hey, they out here killing it, man. Y'all failing out here. Y'all failing out here. They getting y'all. They getting to it. Let's continue. The more you read this article, it really seems like, hey, they out here winning. The future may indeed be female if U.S. job numbers are any indication. In December, for the first two since April 2010, women held a majority of jobs in America, not counting self-employed individuals and farm laborers. Wow, okay, let me double check, make sure. Okay, this was March 2020, ironically right before the pandemic. So hey, so right before the pandemic, right before things got really bad and the she session began, hey, hey guys, we were in danger. They were really killing it out here, man. They was, hey, they was getting to it, and we doubted them, and they have been proving us wrong. Yo, I'm sorry, guys. They have been proving what everything I know, everything that has been going on. All the statistics about guys out earning women and getting into more STEM. It's all proved for naught, apparently. It's it doesn't matter. They're just out here getting all these degrees and and more degrees and and more degrees and more degrees and they just out here getting it, man. Like before the pandemic, they was killing us. Like really, really killing us. Now let's continue. In December, for the first time since April 2010, women held another. Okay, here we go. Majority of jobs in America now, not counting self-employed individuals and farm laborers. So, if you remember in the propaganda thing, you remember how confounding factors and sometimes they might actually mean more than what they try to make it seem. It's fairly easy to actually skew some results if you like take out an entire population of laborers, like farm laborers and self-employed individuals, which can literally be like half the freaking workforce. You know, I'm just I don't know for sure if that's the case, but I know there are a lot of self-employed people and farm laborers. I don't think it's half the workforce. It might be like a quarter of the workforce. But of course, you know, they're going to exclude all of them, which we already know a lot of them are, well, there are a lot of female self-employed people too, but most of that's usually, I mean, come on now, they're usually side gigs. But in December, for the first time since April 2010, women held a majority of jobs in America. I mean, the majority of Americans are women, so I mean you see what I'm talking about? Like they try. Let's continue. The data released by the Labor Department in January shows women holding 50.04% of jobs. outpacing men by 109,000. Yo, they get into the bag. They like, hey, guys, we got you on the back leg. We about to end this. Oh my. I mean, 50.4%. I mean, 109,000 more jobs. There's like one or two, like almost 1 to 2% more women, which means there's like, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of women that aren't in the labor force. So, but of course, they're gonna push, like I said, they're gonna push the narrative, make it seem like women are the backbone of America. Women are putting in the work, even though like, something like half of women actually contribute to the economy. Because I remember looking and reading at an article and where they actually dove into useless jobs in corporate America that are heavily, employed. They heavily employ women specifically for some of those useless jobs, like clerk jobs and receptionist jobs and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, could it be to fluff the numbers? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the gain by women was due to strong hiring in education, hospitality, and healthcare industries. Educations, hospitality, and healthcare industries. So, not engineering, not STEM, none of not now healthcare. That's reasonable. Nursing is fairly good. It's a fairly good career. It's you know, do what you got to do. Hospitality. I mean, humanities like education and hospitality. I mean, we need teachers and all that, but I mean, come on, people. Now, if I can, now I remember I had looked at the survey that they had gave. And I don't see it on here. I might have to let me see if I can click it to pull it up. But I had looked at the survey and it was ridiculous. Let me see if this is the article. Da-da-da-da. But of course, they want to push the narrative that women are out here killing it. They were out here working, out competing the men, etc., etc. They like, hey, these dudes is out here getting it. I mean, these women is out here getting it like dudes. Trying to see if I can get to the darn article. Of course, Blair Schiff and Ken Martin wrote the article, but they did give. Did they edit this? Because they gave the actual survey by TD Ameritrade that they were referencing at the beginning, which is the whole title is based off of. Half of women earn as much as their husbands. And I remember looking at the survey, and it wasn't nowhere near statistically significant because they say 21%, 26% said they made the same amount. But when I looked at the survey itself, they only interviewed like 50 women or something like that. It was a really low number, like, because it was just a survey. And they only had like a very limited amount of replies to it. I don't know why I'm not seeing it on I hope they didn't edit it out. That wouldn't be That wouldn't be good. I mean, I don't know if I want to read from a news outlet that edits out important information or doesn't cite the resources. Because I remember looking at the survey and I was like, what the heck? They only surveyed like a handful of people. But looking at the title and everything, you wouldn't know it. And for some reason, I can't find it. I really think they, let me see if I can go all the way to the bottom and see, because I really think they probably edited it out. I think they did, because I don't, yeah, I don't see it. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone, because I remember reading it. Because if they're gonna reference the article, they had to, to cite the resources, they had to post it. For some reason on this page, I'm not finding it, the article. But the survey that they're referring to at the beginning of the article, which is because mind you, the article split into two parts. The first part of the article was talking about the TD Ameritrade survey, which is what the title is based off of. And then they added some fluff in there at the bottom, trying to jam in some statistics from the Bureau of Labor Statistics that also might be a little bit skewed from 2010 to try to support it. Remember how I said propaganda? They'll try to support it with whatever they can find. So, like, of course, it's never just going to be the story itself. They're always going to try to throw something in there in addition to that. Of course, it's the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You know, that's legit. But at the same time, you can cherry pick the stuff you want. Like I said, they excluded self-employed individuals and farm laborers to get the statistics for the women to say the majority of jobs in America are held by women, excluding these. But this survey that they were referring to, the TD Ameritrade survey, which I remember looking at it when I first saw this article a few weeks ago, and I do remember looking at it. Let me see if I can check this video. Make sure if this is wow, dude really clowned himself in that one. Jesus. Um, yeah, well, let's get away from that buffoonery. But where okay, is this the study? Is this the study? No, this is the video again. But I do remember looking at the study, and it was it was not relevant whatsoever because the population size was so small. Like I said, they only did a survey on like 50 to like it was just it was like a small number. It wasn't even 1,000 people. It might have been 200 people, maybe. And then now this article was from March 2020. So we actually have another article that actually does the same thing. Now this one, New York Post, courtesy of the New York Post. Only 30% of U.S. housewives earn more than their husbands, data shows. So that's actually fairly close to the last one because they did say something about 26. But this one is actually this one is from February 4th, 2021. And this one is actually based almost solely off the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now it's saying uh, usually only 30% of wives on average earn more than their husbands. Now this is actually a proper article because they only focus on the legit statistics. They don't try to cherry pick, like the last article where they titled it half of women earn just as much or more than their husbands when, like I said, they cherry picked some information and they used a survey that was given by TD Ameritrade by like 50 people. So this one is actually a lot more legit. Both of them are in the description. So you can definitely go check them out. They're both in the description below. And another, you know, another situation where it's they try to use bad science to push a narrative. Now, New York Post, they were a little more they were a lot more legit. I'm not gonna say a little bit more because they're actually, they named the article based off the actual statistic, from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Is federal data, according to new federal data. So of course, they base it off of federal data, not a survey given by TD Ameritrade, and they didn't, not at least not to my knowledge, they don't say they cherry picked based off of certain criteria or anything like that. But this is a lot more legit. I would trust this a little more. I'd still, of course, they give links where you can go look at them, of course. That's always, you know, that's always great. You can actually, it goes right to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. They should see this is how you're supposed to do an article. Not like this, where, like I said, I can't even find the survey that they're talking about, even though I remember looking at the survey, but I really believe they actually like edited it out or changed this because I remember going to look at the survey and I can't even find a link to the survey anymore. And you see all this white space. I don't even know why it's spaced out like this. This is kind of atrocious. But yeah, it definitely looks like somebody went back and like edited this because like all this white space shouldn't be here. But yeah, I mean this is a terrible layout. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is a web page, people. This is a Fox Business web page. Yeah, this is a web page. Jesus. Um, let me stop playing with them. Let me stop playing with them because they got this for they start coming after me. But yeah, another case of bad science because of propaganda. But I just wanted to tag along this because I forgot these articles to make that point. But I'm going to shut it down. I got stuff to do tomorrow, as usual. Until next time, peoples. Till next time.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.